In a small, bustling town, there lived a young boy named Manu. Now, Manu wasn't just any kid. He was an orphan who earned his living by polishing shoes under the sprawling branches of a large banyan tree right in the heart of the market square. Picture this: a lively place filled with chatter, the aroma of spices wafting through the air, and Manu, with his cheerful smile, making the best of his situation. Even though he barely scraped together enough to eat, his heart was overflowing with kindness. Seriously, it was like he had a superpower. Every single morning, without fail, Manu would share a piece of his roti with a stray dog he affectionately named Sheru. It was their little ritual, and you could see the bond between them. Sheru would wag his tail excitedly, and Manu would laugh, feeling like he was sharing a meal with a true friend. He also had a soft spot for Kanta Auntie, the elderly vegetable seller. Whenever she struggled with her heavy baskets, Manu was right there, offering his help without expecting anything in return. It's like he had this innate sense of community, you know? Life wasn't always a walk in the park for Manu. Some days, the rain would pour down, washing away any hope of customers and leaving him cold and hungry. And then there were those days when the richer kids would strut by, mocking his worn-out clothes and empty pockets. But here's the thing, Manu never lost hope. He would look at his small polishing kit, his only inheritance from his father, and remember his dad's wise words: "Honesty is your greatest treasure. Son, never lose it." Those words stuck with him like glue, pushing him to work diligently, making every shoe he touched shine like a mirror. People in the market appreciated his hard work and his honest prices, and that kept him going. One scorching afternoon, while the sun blazed down, a wealthy businessman named Mr. Verma was passing through the market. His expensive leather shoes were covered in dust, and he was clearly in a hurry. He spotted Manu and, with a dismissive look, tossed his shoes towards him. "Make them shine, boy, and be quick about it," he ordered, sounding more like a king than a customer. As Manu started cleaning the shoes, he noticed something alarming. The sole was coming loose. Now, he could have just polished them up and taken the money, right? But that little voice in his head, the one that echoed his father's words, wouldn't let him do it. Instead, he took out his small needle and thread, which he usually used for mending his own clothes, and carefully stitched the sole back together. It took extra time and effort, but when he finished, those shoes looked brand new. When he handed them back to Mr. Verma, the businessman was about to pay him the standard fee when he noticed the neat stitching on the sole. He raised an eyebrow, surprised. "I didn't ask you to repair it," he said, his voice softening just a bit. "I know, sir," Manu replied politely, "but I saw it was broken." It wouldn't he be right to just polish a shoe that might fall apart the next minute? Mr. Verma was genuinely moved by the boy's integrity. In a world where many would do anything for a quick buck, here was Manu, a poor boy doing extra work simply because it was the right thing to do. He took out his wallet and handed Manu a large note, far more than the polishing fee. "This is for your honesty, young man," he said, a smile breaking across his face. But wait, the story doesn't end there. Mr. Verma owned a large shoe manufacturing company, and he saw a spark of greatness in Manu. The very next day, he returned to the market, and you won't believe what he did. He offered to sponsor Manu's education and give him an apprenticeship at his factory. Talk about a life-changing opportunity, right? Manu embraced this chance with the same dedication and honesty he had shown all his life. He dove into learning the craft of shoemaking, soaking up knowledge like a sponge. Over time, he became a master designer, creating comfortable and durable shoes for everyone. But even as he rose to success, he never forgot his humble beginnings. In a beautiful twist of fate, Manu built a shelter for homeless children and a clinic for stray animals in his town. He wanted to ensure that no one felt the pain he once did. It's incredible how one act of kindness can ripple out and change lives, isn't it? Manu's story teaches us that no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Honesty and hard work are the true keys that can unlock the doors to success and happiness. So, what do you think? Isn't it amazing how little kindness can go such a long way? Thanks for sticking around, and don't forget to subscribe for more heartwarming stories.